Hey everyone. So if this was the beginning of the month, this would be completely different. It would be all, yay, Disney bought Anastasia! Now I don't have to correct everyone every time they say it's a Disney movie. Because it's not 20th Century Fox. No, December, that all changed. It's now Disney. And that's... Again, beginning of the month, this would have been a completely different story, but no. Now I'm straight out mad. For years, I've been trying to find an audition to be Anya, whether it was a local kids drama club putting on an Anastasia production, or, I found out they were doing it on Broadway, but let's be honest, I didn't go to theater school. That was never going to happen. But then, today, I found out they're making a live-action Anastasia. I got all hopeful. And then I found out Disney is a bunch of jackwagons and already had the entire cast picked out. Seriously? It hasn't even been an entire month. And the movie's supposed to come out next year, and they already have the entire cast picked. What the fudge? Seriously, I love Anastasia. Favorite movie ever. And, fun fact, I can quote the entire movie by heart. I know every last word, every last line, every last note by heart. And unlike Big Hero 6, I don't need the movie to be playing to do it. You can ask just about anyone who knows me in real life, and not on here. I've been able to do that since I was a little kid, mind you. Granted, for like a couple years, I even forgot it was a movie, period. But it only took a few times watching before I knew it by heart again. Then I lost the DVD and had to rely on watching it on YouTube. But I can still quote the entire thing by heart. And another thing, I can and have reenacted not every scene perfectly, because let's admit it, I do not know where to get a double-decker bus or a ship, but I can do solo acting of almost every scene, minus the horseback riding one, because while I can ride a horse, I cannot jump on a horse. The only time I ever did that, I was in a western saddle on a trail ride, and my horse saw a stream and was like, nope, I'm not walking, I'm jumping. So that was terrifying and fun at the same time. We went on the path like 3 times and she did each time. It was fun after the first time. My point is, I don't know how to prepare a horse to jump. And I can't ride an English saddle, period. I grew up in a western one, I'm sorry. Anyway, I did this before and I had the mic off, so I may not sound like I'm ready to slap someone across the face, but let's just say it's a good thing I have Skyrim on my laptop, because as soon as I'm done with this video and after it's posted, I'm going and killing a dragon to take out my rage on a fictional living thing that will not count as a kill. Honestly, I'd never kill somebody, but whenever I get really mad at someone, I usually go play a video game, so that way I can either have my character jump off a cliff, or I can kick a bad guy butt. When I was a little kid, I tended to get in fights a lot. Let's just leave it at that. Anyway, I'm not in theater school. I'm in school to be I don't even know. I'm in NTT, Networking Telecommunications. Only reason I'm in this is because my aunt told me she could probably get me a job if I graduate from this field. and it's really confusing. I can't, especially NetFund. Web design, easy so far, but I'm always on a computer and I'm always typing up stories, so that just kind of goes hand in hand. Network fundamentals, though, that's basically trying to read Chinese whenever you don't even know Chinese as a language. Or, well, no, you do know, it's just you don't know what anything means. That's, oh my god. Also, I'm trying not to swear in this because I want to keep it family friendly while getting my point across. Anyway, no, like I said, I can quote the entire movie by heart. I know all the songs by heart. I can act out every character by heart. Well, except for Puka, obviously, and Bartok, you can only really do his voice because he's a bat. And you also can't really do the bugs or demons because they don't really either have lines or, let's just face it, they're an animal. My point is, any human character I can act out. And I can do it perfectly. Well, I mean, I don't know if I perfectly did Anya's dance to Once Upon a December because I was doing that solo at a talent show, but I mean, hey, if you've watched my Christmas in December playlist and you're a true Anastasia fan, I'm pretty sure you'll agree that it was spot on for the limited space I had and the fact that I was the only one on stage. Anyway, I feel like I'm more qualified than anybody to be Anya. And okay, so I have slight acne and my eyes are brown. Nothing a makeup crew couldn't fix. And at lunch, I was ranting to my friends, and they're like, well, everyone who's ever worked for Disney and didn't quit kind of went crazy. And they're like, well, Miley Cyrus is definitely the worst. And then they're like, and then there was like the Zach Simpson, there was Hannah Montana, there was, I think they said Britney Spears. I don't know. I don't make it my job to know every Disney actor. Before I found out Disney's pulling the bullcrap they are by already having a full cast for a movie so many people loved and thought was Disney for so long, I'm sorry, but Anastasia, I was so willing to say yes, she's finally a Disney princess. No. They can put her in the official lineup. She's not Disney. I mean, I don't remember who was on Facebook, or not Facebook, on here, who I was watching 10 Disney princesses you didn't even know about. They were like, Anastasia is not Disney. She was never Disney. She's Fox. She will never be a Disney princess. Well, she's actually in the lineup now. Disney announced that. And I told them she may have started off as 20th Century Fox, but she's owned by Disney now, so therefore she's a Disney princess. I'm not taking that comment down, but person, if you see this, I am sorry. I'm standing by you now because they ruined themselves for me. They did it before, and they got redeemed because, hey, turns out someone was really just pulling an unfunny joke by taking one of my favorite books and saying they were going to make a new Disney princess movie with it and have it be animated. And I wrote a nasty letter, which thankfully never got sent, and also thankfully came out around the was written around the time Moana came out, because I was all like, you're ruining the story. If you're gonna do it, have it live actor, because you are just destroying little girls because Disney princesses have waistlines the size of their necks, save for Moana, who was given a realistic waistline because I think the director said, let's face it, you can't kick butt in a corset. I don't remember the exact line. But Yeah, that was like, oh yay, finally, a Disney princess with a realistic waistline. P.S. Disney, even though I'm going to forever hate anything that comes out in 2018 and beyond, do the world a favor and make a plus-size Disney princess, because there are still girls who feel like they can't eat or they're gonna never have the chance to be a Disney princess because they're gonna be fat because their waist is not the size of their neck. I was on track team in junior year when I found out that little girls, the little sisters of fellow teammates, hated eating. And they're in like second grade and they're like, but if I eat, I'll get fat. I'm already fat. I mean, Jasmine's waist is the size of her neck, so is Belle's and everybody else's. Wow, my line just went red. I must have went way too high pitched for this thing. I don't even remember what I said, so. My point is, thanks to Disney making a live-action Anastasia where they've already got the entire cast in under a month, anything Disney from here on out, exception of Marvel's and Star Wars, because let's be honest, that was never really Disney, even though Disney owns it. That's an exception. I'm willing to make that exception, mostly because I cannot avoid it, but also because, again, Star Wars is Lucasfilm and Marvel is Marvel. Doesn't really have that Disney fantasy touch. It's more like an action thriller sort of thing. So, yeah. But I was willing to say that every 20th Century Fox thing Disney bought was now Disney. No, I'm sorry, but Planet of the Apes, Fox. Ice Age, Fox. Anastasia, forever Fox. And I love so many Disney movies that came out before 2017 and during 2017. So, Disney, if it came out before 2017, I'll accept it. I love it because if anyone knows me right now, they know I'm obsessed with Treasure Planet. Also, if anyone knows if there is a way I can buy a autograph book from Disney that has Jim Hawkins' signature on it from when he was a walk-around character, please let me know, because I seriously want one. I am not a Jim fangirl, sort of. I like him. I could see him as a brother because, well, we both are really handy. We both love taking risks. And while I was never on probation, my mom's an adult probation officer, so anytime I got grounded, it might as well have been probation. Not my point. Back to the rant and reason Disney ruined itself. Like I said, this is nonsense. I mean, in 8th grade, I was in drama. I was not the main character, but unlike everyone else who seemed to have their lines memorized after a day, I took a long time to learn mine. And my drama teacher said he was proud of me because he could tell I was not just memorizing the line, I was memorizing the tone, the emotion, the mindset of the character. Unlike everyone else who was just saying the line with a smile or a frown or whatever expression the character was supposed to have, I was becoming the character. I was learning who the character was. I was turning my mind into the characters. Heck, I can even still remember one line. Oh, two, because one line was, we just got married, and the other one was really complex, and I don't remember the whole thing. It was like, happy turn around, go lucky something. I don't remember the whole thing. I just remember I was a character who had been put in a mental hospital a lot of times. Which, I have autism and I've been put in Aloysia Hall a couple of times. Don't ask. And I'm gonna be honest, I have not needed to go there since I was in, I think, 6th grade. No, boy, scratch that. 8th, my bad. But yeah, I was put in a hospital before I was able to be on stage officially. I became emotionally unstable. So I'm probably not helping my case right there, but I'm gonna be honest. Ever since then, I have, with the exclusion of that certain little visitor girls get once a month, I have not been emotionally unstable. Unless you want to count the fact that today after lunch, I was going from ranting to sobbing to ranting, and to this, a remake of the video where I was ranting and then sobbing. That's literally what I was just referring to. My point is, yeah, I'm not perfect, but I know the movie inside out, upside down, backwards, forwards. I can quote everybody. I can sing every song. I also know that Vlad said the wrong meaning for Anastasia's name. Anastasia does not mean she will rise again. He only said that to try and get Anya on board. I think. I just know that's not the right definition of the name. Anyway, they say Disney is something that makes dreams come true. That's a lot of bullcrap. I mean, the guy who made Anastasia only made it because he quit working for Disney. Because he didn't like the way he was treated there. He didn't like the way things were run. And in order to be a Disney princess at a Disney park, you have to look exactly like every other person playing the Disney princess. I mean, Tiana's an exception because she's African American. But, you know, you have to look exactly like everyone else. And if you so much get a blackhead, well, probably not a blackhead because you can cover that up with makeup. But if you get a zit, you're fired on the spot. Disney doesn't care about talent or heart. All they want is a girl who will look pretty. And a guy who looks nice. I used to want to go to Disney to get to meet my favorite characters. And now, I don't. I don't want anything to do with Disney. Not from this day forward. Like I said, if it came out during 2017 or before 2017, yeah, okay. I'll accept it. I'll love it, probably. But 2018 and beyond, unless the Anastasia thing is a very unfunny prank Disney's pulling, or unless they realize that they should give others a chance instead of picking out a cast in less than a month, they've permanently lost a fan. I'll stick to old Disney, but not new Disney. And like I said, Marvel and Star Wars is an exception. That Star Wars was Lucasfilm, not Disney, because let's face it, even though it's owned by Disney, Disney is not doing it justice. I mean, it's good, and I'm glad that the protagonist is finally a female. I mean, girl power all the way. Hello. Women are a lot stronger than men. I mean, we can give birth. And that is very painful, according to anyone who's given birth. I don't know. It's probably true. But let's see a guy handle that amount of pain, huh? Anyway. Yeah. Disney, I hope you see this. And I hope what I'm saying hits you hard and actually gets the gears in your head turning. Because, I mean, anyone who loves Disney and sees this, go watch your favorite Disney movie right now and listen very closely. Or if it's a live action, watch very closely. You can tell when they're giving it their all. You can tell when they're putting true heart and emotion in. But you can also tell when they're just acting. You can tell when they're just making the face to match it. And you can tell when their heart isn't in it. You can tell by listening. You can tell by watching. And anyone who wants to work for Disney as an actor, if you're hoping to get in because of talent, you're wasting your time. They don't care about talent. They care about image. So, unless you're willing to go change everything about your appearance to make them like you, and by the way, don't. It's not worth it. But unless you're desperate enough to go do that, don't try to do anything to impress Disney. Don't try to audition to be a princess or a sidekick or anything. They don't care. They care about money and image. They say that they're a place that makes dreams come true. They're not. They lie, they cheat, and I'm even going to say they steal, because they stole my heart and destroyed it by deciding that in less than a month, they have the whole cast for Anastasia, a live-action Anastasia, which I had spent years looking for a chance to be in. They don't care. They just care about money and looking pretty. They don't give a rat's behind about anything else. So, unless you've got a lot of money and you're pretty, if you hope to get into Disney on talent, just give up. It's not worth it. And some of you might be going, well then why are you making this video? Because I need to get this out there. And I need to let people know why I can't ever like another Disney movie again. Now, if they make a Treasure Planet 2, I might give them a little leeway on that. Because there was supposed to be a Treasure Planet 2 movie, and they scrapped it whenever Treasure Planet was one of their best movies released on DVD. I mean, it was a box office flop, but it was a bestseller when it came on to DVD and VHS release. And honestly, they pretty much set it up to fail because they didn't want to make it in the first place, but they had a deal that if Hercules made a certain amount of money or something like that, they'd let them make it. But yeah. So if they finally decide, you know what, we've been getting so many petitions to make a Treasure Planet 2, we should probably listen to them, because I looked it up. I don't remember the number, but there is a rule that says, or I think, I just know if you get a certain amount of petitions, you are supposed to give in to them and follow it. So yeah. Also, I think that they're remaking episode 8 because so many people were not happy with it. And I'm sorry, but excuse me, You're remaking an awesome movie because a bunch of people complained, but you're refusing to make a sequel to an awesome movie because people want a sequel? Disney, get your heads out of your rear ends. Seriously. I mean, if they make a Treasure Planet 2, that's the only exception to any Disney movie made in 2018 and beyond I will hate. Only exception. Because Treasure Planet is awesome. Granted, if they do it, it's probably gonna be awful just because, you know what? We really didn't like that movie to start with. Let's set it up to fail again. Or let's make it awful so that way no one will want a third movie. I know how companies work. My family owns one. A very, very badly doing one, and my dad and uncle are trying to set up a new company, which is failing. But I know how companies work. Yeah. If they don't want something or don't like it, they're going to set it up to fail. So, yeah. But I love everything Disney's come out with movie-wise. But I'm sorry, because they're being jerks and crushing a dream of mine, I'm sorry, but I can't ever get behind them again. Like I said, I love Treasure Planet, and if they finally say, okay, we'll give in, we'll make a Treasure Planet 2 like we were going to, that's gonna be my only exception. Okay? Not even a Frozen 2 is going to get me into a theater. And if they remake episode 8, I'm not watching that. No. Okay? That's them being cowards. That's them taking something that was so great, but so many people were upset with because, Ray's parents are apparently only people who sold her for their drinking obsession. Excuse me, but pay attention to the plot and to minor cues. That wasn't the truth. That was either Ray or Kylo playing with Ray's mind to try and make her join him. Seriously, pay attention. I mean, even Luke seemed to recognize Ray slightly. Seriously, pay attention. And do yourself a favor and don't watch a theory before you watch a video. Especially if it's in a series. I'm still saying Leia and Hans were Rey's parents, and they're just waiting until episode 9 to reveal that. I mean, consider Kylo's tone when he said he knew who her parents were. Would he have said it in that tone if Rey's parents just abandoned her to feed their drinking obsession? Probably not. So, yeah. But my point is, this is the only way you're going to get me into a theater to watch a Disney movie. If it's Disney Marvel, Star Wars with the exception of a remake of episode 8, because I'm sorry, again, that's them being cowards whenever they have a bunch of petitions for an awesome movie to make a sequel. Seriously? You're getting petitions on a movie that so many people love and want a sequel for. And you're saying no, but you're saying yes to a movie that got such great reviews from critic companies, but people were upset that Rey's parents weren't Han and Leia, and you're remaking it just to please them? Seriously? That's just straight out cowardism. That's saying, oh, they don't like this, they're not going to see the next one if we make it. So what? Seriously, so what? Don't do something out of cowardism. You're taking a great movie and remaking it because a bunch of people didn't like it, whereas you're refusing to make a sequel to a great movie because you didn't want to make that movie in the first place. A sequel would make probably twice as much, especially since when you made that movie, it was cheaper just to wait for the movie to come out for home viewing than to go to a theater. Seriously, Disney. Get it through your thick skulls on what's right for the company and for the fans. Oh wait, I'm not a fan anymore, so maybe you shouldn't listen to me. Or maybe you should. Up to you. My point is, only way you're getting me into a theater to watch a Disney movie is if it's Episode 9 of Star Wars, because I am not watching an Episode 8 remake, because that's just pure cowardism. If it's a Marvel movie, because I come up from a family of Star Wars and Marvel addicts, so I can't escape that ever. Luckily, I do not come from a family of Disney nuts. I was the only one in my family. So, yeah. At least now my brother doesn't have to worry about the next Disney princess movie, me knowing all the songs and singing them non-stop. No, so I'm done with Disney. Not even a Frozen 2 is going to get me into a theater. Only way a Disney movie is getting me into theater if it's a Treasure Planet 2, if it's Episode 9 of Star Wars, or if it's a Marvel movie. But if it's anything else, yeah, no. Disney, you forever lost a fan. And no, not even Pixar. I've always hated Pixar. I mean, Finding Nemo was probably my favorite Pixar movie growing up. I also love Brave because I can relate to Merritt a lot. 1, I like archery. 2, I'm not exactly a big fan of bears, but I love wolves, so close enough. 3, I'm a redhead, and 4, I'm pretty sure I'm from Scotland. I know I've got ancestors from Ireland, but I'm 95% sure I have some Scottish in me. So yeah, I've got a princess that I'm of heritage to. I mean, I've also got a bunch of French and European in me, but I mean, pushing that away, I can just relate to Merida a lot more. I also loved Inside Out. I haven't seen Finding Dory. I have it on Blu-ray, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, officially I'm done with Disney unless I find out that either they're changing their mind about that cast or it was just a joke. I'm sorry, but no, I'm just done. Okay, I'm so used to getting excited for something with Disney only to be disappointed. And this was the final straw. I mean, seriously, you've had Anastasia's rights for not even a month. Okay, maybe a month, I don't remember when in December they got it, but my point is, no one has a cast that quickly. I mean, I can understand Josh Gad for Bartok. That's pretty much the only one I even understand, and the only one I heard of, aside from Tom Hanks, but I don't remember who he is, and I don't really care. But he and Josh Gad were the only ones I knew. So yeah. But I don't make it a personal mission to know every Disney employee ever. But yeah. Only way I'm ever going to Disney World is if they make Jim Hawkins a walk-around character again. And honestly, he would probably fit in like Tomorrowland. So unless Jim Hawkins returns to Disney World and Disneyland, yeah, no, I'm never going there. I used to want to, but no. No. Disney took my heart and dreams and destroyed them. So I'm done with Disney. They're a bunch of jackwagons. And I hope they see this, and I hope it makes them realize that they should take their fans' feelings more seriously. They're probably just gonna see it and be like, oh, just another person who's unhappy with a decision we made, no big deal. But I hope anyone who watches this and who hoped to be Disney or work with them and is like me and wanted nothing more than to just have a chance. I hope you realize that Disney is a company you're wasting your time with. You'd be better for something like DreamWorks or Universal Studios. Because all Disney does is the opposite of what it says. It doesn't make dreams come true. It destroys them. So, this is Flare Frostfire signing off for now. Peace out. And I know I usually say spread love, but since I can no longer love anything Disney from 2018 and beyond, keep spreading the Disney hate. Alright, see you in my next video. Bye.